Lewis lost his grip and plummeted over 630 feet back to the base of the climb. His friends called the authorities.
This is why you will never catch me doing no bullshit like this. Like, what the fuck? What's good, y'all? It's your boy Soldaya. And if y'all ever been scrolling through social media and you see people doing the most stupid things trying to go viral and you think to yourself, what the fuck are you doing? Well, in this video, we gonna be reacting to influencers who died trying to go viral. This bound be a good one, so without any time waste, let's get right into it.
On the 8th of November 2017,
Holy shit, that looks high as hell.
Chinese daredevil Wu Yangning climbed the 62-story Huayuanhua Center building in Changsha, China to record another one of his roof-topping challenge videos.
What's the point of this? Like, do people just have a kink for doing risky things? I just don't understand the logic behind this.
Not knowing that this one was going to be his last, Wu started his career working as a film extra and stuntman for low-budget productions, trying to break into the entertainment industry. Unfortunately, while he was good at his job, he struggled to earn a living from these jobs, forcing him to look elsewhere. So he turned to the internet and started posting daredevil roof-topping videos on Chinese platforms like Huashan and Weibo.
Some people have to have like balls of steel. Pause, cause like, this is crazy. Like, I would never do anything like this.
Hopping, for those who don't know, is an extreme form of urban exploration. Participants climb on top of tall structures like skyscrapers, bridges, and cranes and record themselves doing dangerous stunts around the edges, usually without any safety equipment like a harness or a safety net.
Yeah, this is like, that gotta be the dumbest thing I've ever heard, bro. And the fact that people willingly do this, well, it just baffles my mind. I can't even lie.
The draw of these videos lies in the constant, ever-present risk that a single slip or misstep could be fatal. But Wu needed to stand out if he wanted to make a career out of it. So he took things a step further. Instead of just posting videos about sitting or standing close to the edges, Wu posted stunts like riding a Segway right up to the edge, hanging from the ledges, and doing pull-ups until he was close to muscle failure.
That's not even just crazy. That's stupid. That's like dumb as hell. Cause why?
This allowed him to gain an audience from the get-go, giving him the confidence to continue down this path. Over the years, he posted more than 500 videos and live streams to various platforms and managed to earn over 1 million followers on Weibo alone. These videos also earned him close to $83,000, making this his full-time career. Doing these crazy stunts allowed him to earn a better life for himself and his loved ones. There was just...
like, that's a lot of money, but to risk your life for doing this? Nah, the things people will do for clout.
one massive problem. Creating viral stunts for an online audience means the creator can never slow down. Each video has to be crazier than the last one or the audience becomes bored and moves on, leaving them without an income. However, the crazier the stunt is, the more likely it is to turn lethal. Sadly, that's exactly what happened with Wu in November 2017. He came across a competition promising $15,000 to the video that went the most viral. Wu needed this money to pay for his mother's medical expenses and wanted to—
Damn, and his mother was in the hospital too? That makes me feel kind of bad.
Save the rest for his wedding. So, on the morning of November 8th, he climbed to the roof of the Huayuanhua Center building to film the most jaw-dropping stunt yet. Most people aren't allowed to climb to the very top of these buildings, so Wu likely had to free climb his way from the outside as well, adding life-threatening risk to this challenge before the camera even began rolling. After reaching the roof, he set up his tripod and began recording, and started lowering himself over the edge. First the right leg, and a few seconds later, the left. However, instantly something was not right. He looked like he was struggling to hang on and had to readjust his grip multiple times. He was potentially already exhausted from the free climb to the top, but he didn't really have the time to rest before someone from the building management might notice him and escort him back down. So he went ahead with the stunt anyway, proceeding to do the pull-ups he was most well known for. The plan was to pull himself back up to safety after the third pull-up. He'd done the same dozens of times in the past. Unfortunately, things did not go as planned. The video showed him struggling to pull himself back over the edge after the third pull-up. He tried to use his feet, but the side of the building was too slippery to generate any traction. Wu kept trying until his grip failed, sending him plunging 45 feet onto a lower terrace below.
That's fucking crazy. Like, wow. The things people will do for clout. No, I know his heart was pounding the second he couldn't pull himself back up. Nah, that must have been terrifying.
He did not survive this fall, and since—
well, no shit, he didn't survive. He climbed up a skyscraper.
He was completely alone when trying to record this video. No one knew what.
Yo, that's a mistake. You know, there's so much mistakes. If you're gonna do this dumbass shit, at least bring someone with you to help you if you're struggling. Like, what? The fact he did this all by himself is stupid and crazy and just dumb. I just can never understand that.
Happened to him right away. His girlfriend filed a missing person report when he didn't return home, but it wasn't until the next day that a window cleaner discovered his remains. Wu wanted a better life for himself and his loved ones. Sadly, the risk he took for this viral stunt cost him everything.
The things people do for clout will never fail to amaze me.
On the night of February 5th, 2021, the Urban Air Trampoline Park in Hermitage, Tennessee was filled to the brim with families and friend groups looking to enjoy the weekend night. However, on this night specifically, this would not last long. As one of the friend groups at the park was walking out into the parking lot, they saw a man running at them with a massive butcher knife in his hand. This
Oh, hell no!
was 20-year-old Timothy Wilkes, an upstanding and hardworking person who was just a month away from graduating as an HVAC technician. His future looked bright. However, Timothy's primary interest was in something else. He watched a lot of prank channels on YouTube and wanted to go viral with a prank of his own. More specifically, he wanted to film a fake robbery prank where he records himself pretending to rob someone and then uploading their reaction to the internet. But
I can already think of 10 ways how this is gonna go wrong.
important thing about almost all of these prank videos that he was watching on YouTube is that they were staged. 9 times out of 10, the person being pranked already knows about the whole thing and is only acting terrified for.
Yeah, that's what a lot of y'all don't understand. A lot of these prank videos are staged like majority of the time.
The camera. Timothy either didn't know this crucial detail or he knew but wanted to make his prank more authentic. So, on the 5th of February 2021, at around 9:25 p.m., he lunged at a group of friends with a knife in his hand. The plan was to scare them and then reveal that it was a prank before things got out of hand.
So you're telling me you're gonna lunge to a bunch of random people with a knife in your hand as a prank and expect things to not go wrong? People can be stupid as fuck these days. Like, wow.
Timothy didn't know was that one of the people in this group, 23-year-old David Starnes Jr., was carrying a concealed firearm. From David's perspective, Timothy was a random man charging at him and his friends with a knife. In
Yeah, I don't blame him, because I probably would do the same thing.
a split-second decision, David drew his firearm and opened fire, hitting Timothy once. Unfortunately, this one shot proved lethal, resulting in Timothy passing away before any help could arrive. David stayed at the scene until the police arrived and explained everything that had happened. He was detained at the time, but the police released him later as his actions were deemed self-defense.
That's crazy. Like, the fact that he really thought that, no, like, what was going on through his mind? He's just gonna run to a random person with a knife, right? And the guy's not gonna shoot him? Like, what? There was that's such an avoidable prank. Like, such an avoidable thing. Just don't run to people with a knife in your hand. That just don't make no sense.
On June 26, 2017, 20-year-old YouTuber Mona Lisa Prez made a post on Twitter stating, "Me and Pedro are probably going to shoot one of the most dangerous videos ever. His idea, not mine."
Yep, this is already gonna go wrong, bruh.
At first glance, this sounded like a severe exaggeration meant to drum up hype for her upcoming video, when in reality, calling it the most dangerous video ever was still an understatement for the tragedy that was about to unfold just 3 hours later. The lead up to this incident started back in November 2016, when Mona Lisa and her boyfriend Pedro decided to start a family channel together called Mona Lisa and Fam. This channel mostly consisted of vlogs of the two of them doing various challenges and going on adventures together. Normal, inoffensive family channel content. And while none of these videos went viral, they were still gaining consistent views.
I'm so curious to see what they did that could have been so bad, because this just seems like a normal ass family channel.
Allowing the couple to gain thousands of subscribers by mid-2017. However, Pedro wanted to take his online career to the next level. The plan was to create a new channel called Damn It Boy, featuring daring stunts unlike anything the internet had seen before. He even had a clear vision for the
I don't know how that's gonna work, because I know damn well the internet is seeing pretty much everything. So good luck topping that.
direction of this content.
Everything I'm gonna be showing you guys on my channel, you guys are gonna be saying, "Damn it, boy."
But unlike his family channel that was growing at a steady pace, Pedro wanted this channel to have good momentum from the get-go. He wanted his first video to go mega viral, and to do that, he wanted to upload the most dangerous and death-defying stunt he could think of. So after much deliberation, this was the idea he came up with.
The point of this video is I really just want to see if a 50 caliber bullet can go through a book.
What?
So the ultimate test to see if this 50 caliber bullet will go through a book is, I'm just not going to just set it and just shoot it. No, I'm going to stand behind it.
That gotta be the dumbest shit I have heard all year, cause what the hell?
And Mona Lisa is going to shoot it.
Mona Lisa was strongly opposed to this plan, but after nearly 2 months of back and forth, he managed to convince her that it could work. So on the 26th of June 2017, at roughly 8 p.m., Pedro did exactly what he planned. He set up the camera in the backyard of their home in Halstead, Minnesota, held up the book in front of him, and told Mona Lisa to shoot. Unfortunately for Pedro, the thick encyclopedia he chose for the stunt proved completely ineffective. The high-caliber bullet went straight through the book and his body. By the time help arrived, it was already too late. Pedro passed away in front of 30 witnesses from around the neighborhood who came.
Yo, I feel so bad for the wife. Like, she must be feeling so guilty. Like, that's crazy.
Running after hearing the gunshot, including his 3-year-old daughter. What made this situation
He had a daughter too, and he was doing that dumb shit?
even more heartbreaking was the fact that Mona Lisa was also pregnant with their second child. She was taken into custody and later pleaded guilty to second-degree manslaughter. However, the court understood her tragic situation and sentenced her to only 6 months in prison rather than the up to 15-year sentence that second-degree manslaughter usually carries.
That's insane. It ain't even the wife's fault though. Like, although she should have like not done it in the first place. Like, both of them are a bunch of dumbasses. I can't even lie. Like, wow, that's insane, bro. And the fact that they left their children behind is just heartbreaking. Like, wow.
Dmitry Nuyanzin spent a decade building his reputation as a personal trainer and fitness coach in Russia. Over the years, he trained many elite athletes in person while also posting online guides and tips under the name Dmitry Fit for his more than 40,000 followers. The most notable aspect of Dmitry's content, however, was his dedication to authenticity. He followed the same program he taught to demonstrate firsthand its effectiveness. What he never anticipated was
You don't see fitness influencers doing that these days.
that his readiness to put himself on the line would ultimately cost him everything. It began in September 2025 when Dmitry announced a challenge to deliberately gain at least 55 pounds or 25 kilograms and then lose it all using his own training and dietary regimen. He also put a roughly $100 reward for any viewer who could lose 10% of their body weight by the end of 2025. In a post promoting this challenge,
That doesn't seem that bad.
Dmitry wrote, "Friends, my weight loss course is starting soon where you can win cool prizes and most importantly build a beautiful body, learn how to eat, and have fun." Things were progressing smoothly. However, there was just one major hurdle standing in his way. Gaining over 50 pounds in such a short time wasn't going to be easy. So, to stay competitive in his own challenge, Dmitry put himself on a crash diet of over 10,000 calories a day.
10,000 calories a day is crazy.
For some context, most adult men with his build need somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 calories to maintain their weight. He would post videos eating mountains of calorie-dense foods with lots of sugars and fat, and this worked just as expected. By November 18th, he weighed 230 pounds or 105 kilos and was rapidly approaching his goal. Unfortunately, the challenge came to an abrupt stop just a few days after he posted this video. Friends reported Dmitry missing training sessions, claiming that he wasn't feeling well and that he needed to see a doctor. But before he could make an appointment, Dmitry passed away from cardiac arrest in his sleep at just 30 years old. The 10,000 calorie diet overtaxed his body, eventually leading to a sudden, catastrophic collapse.
Holy. Because at first I was thinking, okay, that doesn't seem that bad. He'll gain some weight over the course of like, I don't even know how long, but like, but 50 pounds in such a short amount of time is insane. What's even more insane is the fact he was eating 10,000 calories. That don't even sound healthy at all.
On July 15, 2024, Indian travel influencer Anvi Kamdar, known online as the Global Journal, posted a list of her top places to visit in the country, not knowing that this would become the last time her nearly 300,000 fans would see her alive. She had been posting content on the internet since 2016 and had become a very trusted travel vlogger. Anvi visited nearly every corner of her country, highlighted underrated destination spots, and made it a point to spread positivity through her content. However, this effort was cut short just a day after she posted this video. She was visiting the Khumbi waterfall on July 16th, located around 80 miles from Mumbai. The ground surrounding the 178-foot waterfall was wet and slippery. Anvi was being very cautious, as this wasn't her first time visiting such a place. But while trying to line up a better shot of the waterfall for her content, she
I have a feeling I know exactly where this is gonna go.
accidentally took one wrong step, resulting in her losing her balance and falling down a 350-foot deep ravine. The sheer depth, combined with the dense foliage, made it impossible to even see her from the top. The rocky, slippery terrain also prevented anyone from rushing to her rescue. When rescuers arrived, 6 of them rappelled down using ropes, while 50 others assisted them from the top. Despite the massive operation, it still took 6 hours to rescue Anvi from this
Holy!
ravine. However, they would get some good news. She was severely injured, but was still breathing. Rescuers rushed her
Oh, she's still alive, W.
to the nearest hospital. Unfortunately, Anvi had almost no strength left in her body and sadly passed away shortly after arriving at the hospital, leaving her once active Instagram account completely abandoned.
That's crazy, like, wow.
Castilla-La Mancha is the tallest bridge in all of Spain, making it a somewhat popular destination for thrill seekers. Many daredevils have climbed to its top in the past, and 24-year-old British influencer Lewis Stevenson was attempting to do the same. Lewis was a rooftopper that made a name for himself
Again with the climbing tall buildings, bro. Y'all see tall buildings and y'all want to climb up it. Like, stop this. Stop risking your life for clout, bro. It's not that serious.
posting breathtaking pictures of his many different climbs to his Instagram account. He arrived at the bridge on the morning of October 13, 2024 with one of his friends and began climbing. His friend went ahead and Lewis followed. It was a brutal, monotonous climb. Thankfully, things started off as expected, with the two steadily making their way up the service ladder and nearly reaching the top. But before they could reach the safe platform up top, tragedy struck. It's unclear what exactly happened. The damp weather may have made a step dangerously slippery, or Lewis might have simply missed a step and stumbled. In either case, the outcome was the same. Lewis lost his grip and plummeted over 630 feet back to the base of the climb. His friends called the authorities.
This is why you will never catch me doing no bullshit like this. Like, what the fuck?
Immediately. Unfortunately, by the time they reached Lewis, he'd already passed away from the impact. The climb, which was meant to be a crowning achievement, instead became his final act.
Yeah, clout is one hell of a drug, bro. Like, only clout would make you do something as stupid as climbing up a skyscraper to get views. Like, that's insane, bro. Like, not everything on the internet y'all have to do. And it's the internet's not everything, bro. Y'all don't have to be risking your lives for clout, bro. I promise you, I'm not gonna be climbing any of these skyscrapers, bro. I'm gonna be right here on my chair with my setup, recording videos for y'all to watch. That's basically it, bro. I'm not gonna be doing no risky climbing up skyscrapers, unfortunately, but that just ain't me. But if y'all enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you on my next video. Peace.